Hey guys, and welcome back on Luca's World Adventures. Today I'm going to find a 600 plus year old tree with a 23 feet circumference and 2.3 meters in diameter. Burnaby Mountain was clear cut in the 1940s and at the beginning of the 20th century. These stumps are some of the stumps when they were cut down in the beginning of the 20th century and in the 1940s. There was lots of logging camps on this mountain, so they could cut down all of these trees. After they cut down the trees, they would use horses or tractors to bring them down to Burrard Inlet and cut them down into little smaller pieces of wood to make houses or other things. The main trees what live here were the cedar, the western hemlock, and the Douglas Fir. So now you may ask, how did I find this tree? So once my neighbor showed me a big stump on Burnaby Mountain. I asked him if there was any old growth trees on Burnaby Mountain. He said he knows of one, but he doesn't know where it is. So then the next day I searched up where is this big tree. And I found a voice recording of a guy talking about a big tree. He gave a general area, but he was pointing on a map on a voice recording, so it was hard to tell where exactly it was. Then we tried to find the guy who talked about the tree, and then we finally tracked him down, and we called him, and when he called him, he gave us a very specific area of where the tree could be. Then later that day, we went on looking on old maps of the area of Burnaby Mountain, and right where this tree was, there was a big dark shadow. Because it was in black and white, it was hard to tell how big it was, but it was a big dark shadow. And every single time we would go to the next year, 1930s, 1935, 1950s, there would always be a big dark shadow here. Then we took the GPS coordinates, and right where it was, we went to here, and we found the tree. This is a 23-foot circumference, 2.3 meters in diameter tree. This is a Douglas Fir, as you can tell by the bark, and if it was, and if it had any branches, it would have certain types of needles. This is the tree. Right now we're 1.5 meters high, the recommended height for measuring the size of a tree and how old it is. So now I will measure how big the tree circumference is. And then if you divide it by pi, you can figure out the diameter. So 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 13 feet, 14 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, 21 feet, 22 feet, and a little bit. Almost 23 feet. That is a pretty big tree. And now if we divide it by pi, it would be 2.3 meters in diameter. That would be around 7-8 feet. And there was a 2.6 meter in diameter Douglas Fir in Stanley Park near here. And that one was around 650 years old. So depending on when this tree got dried up, it is probably around the same age.